Hey, we'd like to take a minute to thank our sponsor, Isotope, makers of software and plugins for audio repair, mixing, and mastering. We use Isotope products here at the High Gain. It's an important part of how we've been able to bottle pure podcast gold week after week. And guess what? Isotope offers 1 free month of Music Production Suite Pro, which has all the tools you need to mix, master, and repair audio. Also, you can get 10% off all other software using the promo code FRET10. That's FRET10. All of this is at isotope.com, IZOTOPE.com.
Hey, this is Ed Peterson.
And this is John Kiltica, Ed.
Yeah, it is. This is the High Gain Podcast, John.
It is the High Gain Podcast.
What do we talk about?
We're talking about guitars today.
Oh, that's cool. We've
Yeah.
been, it feels like we haven't done this in a little while. It feels that way. I don't think it's true.
I
It
don't
just
think
feels
it's
that
true
way.
either.
I guess I've just missed you.
Well, I'm pretty missable.
Where are we recording from?
Beautiful West Seattle, Washington today, Ed.
Yep, your basement. It's a little rainy.
Yep.
A little bit, but, it's Seattle. What are you going to do?
Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do.
Yeah.
I counteracted the bleak weather outside by getting you a new lamp.
I love it. My little setup over here is fantastic right now. I've got the lamp. It's got the little table around it. What do you call this thing? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's like a coffee table built into a standing lamp.
Yeah.
In one piece. So Ed,
More light.
yeah.
I've got a guitar pedal sitting here that we're not playing with. I've got a beverage.
It's
I've
pretty
got,
good.
My phone. I've got an iPad in my lap. I like to be prepared. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, do I know it.
You know what?
What?
I didn't even pick that guitar up.
You didn't?
I didn't. It's totally my colors and whatnot. Yeah, I should have. Huh. I wonder if that says something about that guitar.
Like what?
Normally, I walk in, and a lot of times I don't know what the guitar is, and I see it in the stand, and I immediately grab it, and I'm like, ooh, I got to play that.
Right.
55, Les Paul Jr. Oh, my God, I got to play that.
Yeah. This is a 1963 National Varsity.
It looks really cool, and it's got the, fiberglass body and everything, and it's
does.
black and white. It's kind of what I think should be my jam, and for whatever reason, I saw it, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
I think you're going to really like this. We're going back to Chicago again.
Oh, we love it when we go to Chicago.
Yeah. We should dive right in, shouldn't we?
Yeah, probably. Beverages.
Yes, beverages.
Yeah, let's talk about beverages today.
What do you got there, Ed?
I didn't feel like going for a walk. I got here, and we just went to your fridge.
Yep.
I grabbed a Talking Rain.
What flavor?
Peach nectarine. I think it was the only flavor in your fridge.
I think you're going to like it, and it's better than that Perv water.
Yeah. Who makes the Perv water?
Is that LaCroix?
It's a LaCroix. Old
Yeah.
guy groping pilots.
Yeah, Pilot Groper.
Yeah. Talking Rain. These guys, they're not like that. Preston, Washington. Really? I had no idea. As in life, John, chill for best results.
Is that what it says?
That's their little motto thing on here.
Try that flavor.
Here we go. I'm trying it.
How is it?
These Talking Rains are lovely because it's carbonated water and natural flavors. That's it.
Yep.
No big corn. You think big corn's getting in my Talking Rain?
No.
Fuck no.
Fucking big corn.
No, fuck them.
Myself, I'm kind of dragging a little as well, so
Yeah.
I got a Coca-Cola beverage.
Yeah.
Hopefully put a little pep in my step.
Oh, God, I hope so. Yep.
So,
Yeah, so that guitar, I like the silver foil a lot.
I chose something to pair with our beverages.
Okay. A pedal.
A pedal. You want to hear what it does?
Okay.
This is a Dirty Visions Effects Lava Box.
Lava Box.
And Dirty Visions Effects,
Yeah.
made by a guy
Yeah.
who lives in our neighbor to the south, Tacoma.
Oh, Tacoma.
Yeah.
What's that Tacoma thing? The smell?
Aroma of Tacoma.
Yeah. I think there's a paper mill down there. Paper mills are rough.
Ocean's 11 reverb pedal.
That's great.
This guy down in Tacoma,
Yeah.
all he makes are dirt boxes.
I like it. I like the red knobs.
3 toggle switches, 3 knobs. I'm going to go down here and flip some switches and make some sounds.
Yeah, there you go. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, that's a little more. Dirty Visions.
Pretty nice.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, a national.
A National.
63?
This is a 1963.
Okay.
So how did this come to be?
Ah.
Recognize the name National from anywhere?
I love the band The National.
The guys in the National,
Yeah.
they favor these guitars as well.
Is that true?
Yeah, we're going to lump these together
Okay.
because this is one of the fiberglass bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Rezoglass is what they call it.
Ooh, that's like a science-y thing.
It is a sciencey thing.
You know?
Do you remember when we did the Rickenbacker lap steel with Greg and Zara?
Yep, I do, from Recovery Effects.
Yes.
I got another Recovery Effects pedal in
Did
the
you?
mail. Yeah.
Nice.
Whoops.
We went through the whole history of that, and it just bored you to tears and all that kind of stuff.
Sounds correct.
I need to reiterate some of that,
Oh.
but I don't want to bore Ed, so
Okay.
I boiled it down.
Boil it down.
You remember that in 1928, the National String Instrument Corporation was founded.
Okay.
George Beecham and his drunk cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the
Okay.
money. And our
Yeah.
man, John Dopiera.
Dopey. We called him
Yeah,
Dopey.
Dopey
I think.
got all pissed and quit.
Yeah.
But he kept his stock. So that
Okay.
in 1934,
34.
Dopey and his brothers,
Yeah.
they gain control of National. And they merge it into Dobro. So it's
Right.
now the National Dobro Company.
Right.
And they moved the whole thing to Chicago.
Okay, Chicago boys.
Yeah. It's 1942.
Yeah.
And they sell to a kind of conglomeration of dudes.
Okay.
We got Victor.
Victor, what's your vector, Victor?
Yeah, what's your Vector, Victor?
Okay.
We got Al
Vic and Al.
and Louis Dopiera, the brother of John. It's another one of those crazy portmanteaus, Ed.
Victor, Al, Louis. Valco?
Valco,
Okay.
makers of many, many fine guitars and house brands. They made Airline
Right.
for Montgomery Ward.
Right.
They made Supros.
Supros, great.
The one I'm holding is an actual National.
Yeah.
They made amps for Gretsch and Harmony and K.
Great.
If you're in Chicago at this point,
Yeah.
K, Harmony, Valco.
Those are the guys
Yeah.
cranking shit out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, what is this bad boy, Ed? I'm holding a black guitar.
Yep.
It has one pickup, a tone and a volume, a trapeze bridge,
Yep.
and 3 on the side headstock.
Yep.
What's so unusual about that? You might ask.
It's fiberglass.
What they called at the time Rezoglass.
Yeah. Rezoglass. I love it.
You want to know how Valco marketed this here Rezoglass?
Sure. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Okay.
Polyester resins embedded with threads of pure gleaming glass.
Whoa. That's all sciencey.
A new climatically immune miracle material of the space age.
That's great. That's great. Like at the time, climate probably fucked a lot of guitars up.
Probably did. I got
There
one
you
more.
go. Oh, okay. There's
Yeah.
another one.
Super durable and classically beautiful. Functionally perfect.
I would buy that. That sounds like a thing I would buy, you know?
It does sound pretty nice.
Yeah. What kind of pickup is that?
It's big and bulky and looks like a humbucker.
Yeah.
It is actually a single coil.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our man Vic of Valco
Yeah.
was the pickup guy of the operation.
Okay. Tell me more.
The way they manufactured this was to pour it into a mold, the
Yeah.
front half and the back half, take it out of the mold. Now they've got two halves. They put them together like clamshells,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they're
yeah.
sealed with this gasket, rubbery.
I do
white
like
thing.
that.
Here's a problem with it,
Okay.
though.
Oh, there's a problem.
They had no truss rods. While the two halves were open, there'd be a block of wood running right down the middle. So the neck would attach to the block of wood, the pickup would attach to the block of wood, and so would the bridge. And in an effort to keep the neck fairly straight, they just put a
Sure.
steel rod through it.
Okay.
So not adjustable.
Oh.
A lot of players had to fight them, and some people even flat out use them to play slide because if the action just got super horked, that's what they'd end up doing.
That does not sound very like that marketing shit you said. But this one, the neck seems pretty straight.
It seems really good, and it doesn't look like it's been reset or otherwise messed with. So
Yeah.
this example is just in fine shape.
Just a winner.
This is like a single cutaway type looking guitar, but
Yep.
people might be more familiar with the map guitars, the ones that look roughly like a map of the United States.
Yeah.
They had others that had
Like
two
the-
horns.
Yeah.
Maybe the most popular one is called the J.B. Hutto model.
Okay.
He was a Chicago blues man
Sure.
that played them almost exclusively.
What's that thing weigh?
Next to nothing.
Yeah?
It's very light.
Hand it to me. I haven't picked this goddamn thing up yet.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
Yep.
Our man J.B. Hutto.
I remember that name. I don't remember what I remember that name from.
Let me tell you what you remember, Ed.
Okay.
You remember that our man J.B. Hutto stopped playing guitar.
Oh, he was in a bar and someone like beat her husband over the head with his guitar or something like
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Is that our guy?
Some woman grabbed his guitar from him and smacked it over her husband's head. And so our man JB said, yeah, I don't want to be in music anymore. So he went to
Right.
work as a janitor in a funeral home.
Yeah, I think we had a discussion about how bad does your shit have to be if you're leaving the musical trade to be a funeral home janitor.
Well, even if it wasn't bad, it wouldn't be long
Oh.
before it would be, because our man JB, he left us fairly early. He was born in 1926,
Okay.
left us in 1983. You want to hear what he was doing with the Rezo glass?
Hit me.
Okay, JB Hutto.
I promised the good Lord in this life I will love you as long as I live.
You heard that kind of growl he gets off that?
I do.
Promised the
Do
good
you?
Lord in this life,
Oh, yeah.
I will love you as long as I live. Yeah. Too bad I can't sing the same for you, honey.
Yeah, I'm into it. I like this. I wonder who's on that. Somebody slamming that. Rhodes? Was that a Rhodes?
It's a Hammond.
Hammond.
Yeah.
Yeah. B3. Yeah.
Yeah, that was an album
somebody's
from
like-
68, so that would have been like after JB came back from not being in music.
Right.
He came back, maybe had some stuff to say.
Right. Sure. That's good.
He maybe had some issues.
Yeah. That's great.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Not much more to say because this guitar is 63.
Let's talk about 1963.
Is that Kennedy?
R.I.P., right? That was 63.
No, Kennedy's still doing stuff.
No. What won the Academy Award for Best Picture in 63?
On the waterfront? Wait, what do you call it? With the musical
Lawrence of Arabia.
Peter O'Toole?
Yep. That movie is pretty great. Here in lovely Seattle, Washington, we have the Cinerama, which is a beautiful old movie theater with this cinescope.
They can screen actual films.
You know, a couple times a year, I think they do their 70 millimeter fest. And I've seen Lawrence of Arabia a couple times there. I've seen it on 70 millimeter film prints. That movie turns out, it's pretty good.
So how about that? 63, the Rezo glass guitar comes out.
What do you make glass out of? Sand.
I see where you're going.
See?
Man, your
Maybe-
mind is nimble.
A couple weeks ago, we were talking, and we've had this consistent theme of the buyouts and what's happened economically. I don't want to get into it right now.
It sounds like you have a theory,
There was kind of a recession going on.
right?
And up to almost 30% of paper value of a ton of companies just disappeared in this stock decline. The Kennedy slide, they called it. Kennedy came in and there was a big recession.
Because he's the new prez.
Yeah, he inherits this bullshit economy after 15 years of post-war massive growth. And then in the early 60s, it starts to contract a little bit. And I wonder if that's a thing that leads to that whole consolidation of guitar markets. I'm starting to pull this out. I don't think anyone listening to this podcast gives a shit about economics of the mid-60s, but
Musical instrument macroeconomics.
you know, what at a socio-economic level is going on in the 60s that leads to a consolidation of guitar manufacturing.
Be very afraid. Ed is going to make us learn something. You don't want to dilute our brand by having actual well-researched, cogent facts.
I do apologize.
Yeah, make sure to half-ass it.
Yeah, oh, totally. That's my deal.
Old half-ass Ed.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, Kennedy proposed going to the moon, a moonshot.
Yeah.
That was over $500 million.
Any clue what that is in 2019 dollars?
Over $4 trillion.
Well, by contrast, you know how much of this guitar was?
$2 million.
It was not in the trillions.
Was it $2 million?
It was $99.
No shit. I think we have a new low bar. That's cheaper than any of the harmonies we've done. Crazy.
In 2019 dollars, it's only like a little more than $800. It's not bad.
Not bad.
I
Fiberglass body, a little bit of wood. Sure.
I wonder if that's it. They could get some kind of economy of scale by popping these bodies out with fiberglass.
Right. You build a mold once and then you just pour that shit into it and like crank them out.
Wait for it to cure and you're done.
Yeah. I'm sure there's some initial R&D because they were talking about all their science shit.
Yeah, they were probably getting all sciencey on it.
Yep. My uncle owned a stainless steel factory.
Really?
Yeah. One summer, I went out there and worked in the stainless steel factory. And they also made like glove boxes, those boxes that you see in movies where scientists like put their hands in the big glass. It's got like the big glass window and you put your hands in because you're working on some alien life form or whatever.
Oh, totally.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Some medical grade.
Half rabbit, half toddler.
Exactly. That kind of shit. You put it in the box and then you just touch it with the gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had to work with fiberglass as well. And my cousin Danny is like showing me how to do it and walking me through it all. And you're dealing with this fiberglass stuff. So you've got a face mask on and everything.
Right.
And then when we were done, he's like, okay, now you got to go like wash your arms because there's fiberglass just all over your arms. And he's like, so turn the water on and make sure it's nice and warm and then wash all this fiberglass off your skin. You know what you don't do with fiberglass? Use warm water. He just thought it was hilarious that I poured warm water on my skin and then my arms just turned beet red and started burning on fire because fiberglass went into my skin.
What's up with cousins?
So don't cut into fiberglass and then wash your shit with warm water.
Careful, everybody.
Fucking Danny. So, you got any music recorded with this thing?
Yeah. You want to hear some stuff?
You gonna hot seat me?
I might have one.
Okay.
Okay, here's a dude playing a Supro made by Valco.
Sure.
Got your mother in a world. She's not sure if you're a boy or a girl. Hey, baby, your hair's all right.
Is anybody screaming through the radio at Ed?
Yeah. It,
You like me and you like it all.
who is it?
Who is it?
Yeah.
Come on. I'm going to let you squirm a little while because our viewers love it.
You want more and you want it.
Come on.
The worst part is like names come into my head and I'm like, I can't say that because I'm gonna be an idiot.
You put them on.
It's what's his name? It's Bowie.
What's his name?
Bowie. What's his name? Fucking
Wow.
what's his name?
I love this show.
Yeah. God damn it.
That was his take on his own song, Rebel Rebel, from the 2003 album, Reality. He picked up a Supro dual tone,
Okay.
and he loved it so much, Supro reissued a Supro David Bowie model
Bowie covered his own song.
on that 2003 album. Yeah.
I don't want to excuse myself. Exactly.
Yeah, go ahead.
It didn't sound like the original.
Even when
'Cause
the vocal came in?
Well, when the vocal came in, it actually confused me more. Like, because Weezer is doing all those crazy covers.
You leave Weezer out of this.
I do feel like there's something weird with that song.
All right, you want to try another one?
Oh, God, not really.
Okay.
Was this recorded in the mid 80s?
2005.
Oh. It's not the National.
Ding, ding, ding. Yeah.
Yeah. Which album is that from?
That is an album called Alligator.
Oh, yeah.
Name of that song is Abel.
People have said all National stuff sounds the same, and I do not agree with that. And I feel like that album is the one that I'm least kind of familiar with.
Not your go-to.
2 for 2 in the hot seat today, though. You know.
Real growly.
Yeah.
You can kind of hear the sloppiness of it that a lot of musicians like.
Is that... Remember we got that, was it an email? It was a compliment, but then it was...
Oh, yeah, I think
Yeah.
the person thought you were snarky.
Snarky might
Yeah.
be the word.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Hey, guess what
kidding
happens
me?
in 67?
Oh, 1967. My parents did some fucking.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that was cool, I bet.
Way to go.
Yeah.
Valco
Uh-huh.
merges with one of the big boys of Chicago.
Oh.
Which one?
Valco merges with Harmony?
K.
God damn it.
So they do that, but I guess they fucked the whole thing up.
Fucked it all up.
Because a year later in 68,
Yeah.
the whole thing folds.
68?
Yeah, a year later.
Wow.
All the brands, Valco, K, Supro, National, all that, done.
Weird.
Yeah, it just collapses in on itself.
Weird.
Maybe the dollar's not faring too well on an international market, so the
Yeah.
imports are swooping in, and it's just
Yeah.
going all to shit.
Yep.
Shit
Yeah.
town.
That's a podcast.
That's a good one.
S-Town?
S-Town?
You know about that one?
Yep,
Did you listen to it?
I did.
It's great. That dude went crazy.
And killed it himself.
Yeah, he did. He drank cyanide, right?
Something like that.
I think that's what he did. R.I.P. Which, spoiler, I did sort of just give away a pretty large plot point of that podcast.
Way to go,
but-
Ed. So now nobody needs to listen to that podcast. Want to try another
Yeah.
one?
Oh, another song?
Yeah.
Yeah, hit me.
Okay. 1992.
Oh, okay.
Good year for Ed, I think.
Are they Seattle band?
No.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah, she played an airline.
I know it's not Liz Fair.
It's not.
Kristen Hirsch?
No.
Who is it?
It is PJ Harvey. She liked the airline. She played the JB Hutto model
God
that
damn
we
it.
talked about earlier.
God damn it. I'm so sorry. You even said at the beginning, oh, I don't think there's anyone you're going to be able to identify. And you have played The National, David Bowie, and PJ Harvey. Just knowing I'm not going to get those.
You want to try another one?
All right.
2001?
Okay.
How's that sound?
Probably terrible. This is Black Sabbath.
That's an airline guitar, though.
Oh, is it? It's White Stripes. Yeah.
Oh, you got one, Ed.
I got David Bowie. I got The National. I'm actually 3 for 4.
Want to try another one? How would 2017 work for you?
That's terrible. Hit me. Black Keys.
No.
Should I get this? Is
I
there
don't know.
is there any chance I would get this?
No?
I don't know. I don't know.
Those are our good friends over at Grizzly Bear.
Oh, great.
You know Grizzly Bear?
Not, I mean, have I heard there's a band named that? Yes.
Well, as long as you mentioned our man Dan Auerbach, I will put some Black Keys on for you.
Okay.
He likes to play lots of these old guitars.
Yep. Yep. That's why I threw the name out there.
Yep. This is why today I chose the pedals I did. Because it does seem like with these old guitars that maybe don't hold the tune exactly,
Yeah.
people like their reverb and distortion.
Yeah. Yeah. The Coronet was my number 1 guitar.
Uh-huh.
And then I called the Duosonic. Was that number 2?
As your number 2.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't think this is making top 5.
Not on the list?
I feel like it's the kind of guitar that has a very specific purpose and
Yeah,
appeal,
yeah.
and I'm not the Americana blues rocky kind of guy, and I feel like it's great if that's your thing.
It is kind of a tough thing because it is very specific.
Yep.
And there's nothing that jumps out at me that says, whoa, check out the character on this thing. Although it plays wonderfully.
I think had you asked me 15 or 20 years ago, I would have jumped at that guitar. But today, Ed, less so.
Let's hear this thing clean again.
Okay, one more time.
Let me tune it up.
Oh, whatever. Tuning's for assholes.
Well, I tune.
Well,
I'm an asshole.
it's kind of what I was saying.
Yeah, I think that's where you were going with
Yeah.
that. Got a little growl to it with no effects.
You know that band, No Effects?
Yep.
No Effects.
Yeah.
What do you think of that guitar?
It's got a ring to it for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know how much the fiberglass as a material plays into it as much as the fact that it's empty inside for the most part.
Sure.
So if it's the hollow bodiness or fiberglass, I don't know.
Guess what Ed thinks?
What?
The sound of the guitar comes as much from your fingers as the actual material of the guitar.
This sounded the way it sounded just now because of me?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
So that's a look into what was happening with this thing.
That's crazy. The thing comes out in 63. They're dead by 68.
Yeah.
Man.
But now all kinds of people are remaking these.
Yeah.
I mentioned Supro.
Right.
Eastwood is redoing a whole bunch of the airline models.
That's another thing is I think I just kind of like the airlines a little better than the Nationals. That map, I hadn't heard it called that before.
Yeah.
That's the one I think I like.
Well, those are great, and they've got like 3 pickups in them. You know what else they did on those map models with the 3 pickups?
Yeah.
Late 50s, maybe? Mm-hmm. They put a contact mic underneath the bridge.
Yeah.
It sounded kind of shitty. It didn't really work out, but it predated what we see today, the piezo pickups on the
Right,
bridge.
yeah.
And they were the first ones to try that.
I bet 1963, you could buy that guitar and a Corvette and a really cool fiberglass boat. That fiberglass thing, it was one of those space age materials. The design of that guitar kind of matches the design of the Corvette, the car. And I think there's some cool 60s fiberglass boats. You'd be real cool pulling a boat behind your Corvette and you've got that thing sitting in the passenger seat. That'd be sweet.
Color matched?
Of course.
Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, Ed.
Yeah. Hey, where'd we get that guitar, John?
We got this guitar from Thunder Road Guitars.
Thunder Road Guitars in beautiful West Seattle, Washington.
Yeah, thunderroadguitars.com.
Yeah, our guy Frank, he announced that they're going to be moving down the street a little bit.
Yep.
Still within walking distance of the High Gain Central.
Yeah, it was touch and go there for a second.
Exactly. Exactly. He's moving down just a few blocks, not far at all from where he is now.
Yeah.
It used to be a Greek restaurant.
Yep.
So I kind of hope it retains some of that falafel smell.
We're really looking forward to checking out Frank in his new space. It's not going to happen for a little bit here.
Yeah,
but,
I think it's this summer.
It's going to be super awesome.
Oh, yeah. All right.
All right, then.
Hit that theme song, motherfucker.
Okay, here comes the theme song, Ed. I am super glad you showed up on such a kind of blah day, Ed.
It was a lot of fun, John. Like I said, I don't think it's been a real long time, but it felt like we hadn't done this in a little while.
Yeah.
So it was great. Where can people find us, John?
Oh, they can find us wherever they find us. Just look for the High Gain.
The High Gain.
Yeah, it's up to you.
.coms, Instagrams, Twitters, Facebooks. Buy a T-shirt.
You know what?
Like and subscribe.
Yep.
Leave one of those reviews.
Yeah.
People love it when you do that. That's the one thing that could actually help us out is leaving a review and buying a T-shirt.